Everything you were told about masturbation after 65 is wrong, not outdated, not debatable, wrong. And the men who figure this out are the ones still waking up with morning erections at 70 while everyone else accepts decline as inevitable. Here's what you were told: that after a certain age, it becomes unhealthy, that it depletes something you can't afford to lose, that a man your age should want it less. And if he doesn't, something is off. You heard this from doctors who were uncomfortable with the conversation, from a culture that decided older men shouldn't need to talk about this, so you stopped talking about it. But your body never stopped having opinions about it. Here's what's actually true. Regular ejaculation after 60 is one of the most powerful things a man can do to maintain the biological system that makes sexual performance possible. Not occasionally, regularly, consistently, because your body treats sexual function exactly like it treats muscle. Use it or lose it, every single time. Think of your vascular system like a network of roads. When traffic moves through regularly, the roads stay clear, maintained, functional. When traffic stops, the roads deteriorate, quietly, slowly, until one day you try to drive somewhere and the road isn't there anymore, the way it used to be. That's what happens when men over 60 stop using that system regularly. The blood vessels that supply sexual function narrow. The tissue that depends on regular circulation starts changing. The morning erections become less frequent, not because age took them, but because the system stopped receiving the signals it needed to stay active. Most men get this exactly backwards. They pull back from sexual activity because performance has become less reliable, less predictable. They think rest will help, that giving the system a break will somehow reset it. The opposite is true. Pulling back accelerates the decline. Every week of reduced activity is a week the system gets a little quieter, a little less responsive, a little harder to wake back up. There's something specifically formulated for men over 60 to support exactly this system. To keep blood flow active and responsive during this stage of life. I left the details in the description, worth reading before tonight. Now here's the part that almost no one talks about. The frequency that protects your system after 60 is probably lower than you think. This isn't about pushing your body to perform like it did at 35. It's about maintaining a minimum level of regular activity that keeps the biological pathways open. For most men over 60, that means 2 to 3 times per week, not more, not less, enough to keep the system signaled, enough to maintain the vascular response that morning erections depend on. Men who maintain this frequency report something specific that men who don't never experience. The reliability comes back, not perfectly, not immediately, but gradually. The consistency that disappeared starts returning, because the system is being maintained instead of left to go quiet. Think of it like a fire you need to keep burning. You don't need to constantly add fuel. You just need to add enough, regularly enough, that the fire never goes out completely. Let it go out, and starting it again takes far more than maintaining it ever did. Your body after 60 is that fire. That link in the description. Read it today. A lot of men your age found it and finally understood why everything they tried before hadn't worked. They were solving the wrong problem. Don't spend another month solving the wrong problem. Tell me in the comments, did anyone ever tell you this when you were younger? Just yes or no. I'm genuinely curious how many men were never given this information. And if this changed how you see things, stick around. This is what I cover every single week.